point still, if there is no further clarity, I don't want to drift the mission that the president is on. So really highlight every mention, every races in this particular moment, the races in the Caribbean can get a first hand, because if further development happens, then you will be familiar with the president and the EWF and exactly.
So what do we add into our attack? That can't go to some really that stuff. What's up?
So that has been, I just let you present well, 1 or 2 or 3, you know.
Yes. Can I ask for the reading of this one passage from the Bible? I think Isaiah 1-4. And I would still like to ask for the priest to give us a blessing before I start.
Isaiah 41, 1 to 4. Highly high. I majesty, highly high. Highly high. Glory for the word, glory for the song, glory for the power of the Most High. Highly high. For the iron, we have mercy on Isaac, and we let choose Isaac. And set them in the whole land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall flee to the house of Isaac, and the people shall take them and bring them to the king, and the house of I shall possess the Lord's year. Shall possess them in the land of the island, for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captive to the world, and they shall rule over the oppressors, and they shall come apart in the day that the island shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear, and from hard bondage wherein thou wast used to serve. That thou shalt keep us this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, forward to the oppressor, he says, the goodness is they are not looking the stars of the nations and the scepter of the ruler. They continue also. EWF, the nation is in honor and persecuted, and not hindered. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. The great holy to sing and hear, the fire tree rejoice for thee, and the cedar of Lebanon, saying, Sis thou, and lay down, no fellow is come up against us. Can you give us a summary of what that was all about?
It's about the redemption of our people, to show that we are chosen and we will be set. The first paragraph says, and we set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall flee to the house of Jacob. And I'll just read it. When people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. and they shall take them captive whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how art the oppressor seized?
Hard.
Golden city. So our salvation is in the works of the Lord, is in His hand, and we have to be aware that we are His people, Israel. He will bring us into the land that He prepared for us, and take us out of Babylon. And when we speak to Babylon and say, get us out of here, yes, they have to listen, or else, the judgment is on them. They will see. So we have to protect ourselves, and we know that we have to move out of Babylon, and that is the main focus of I from the Ethiopian World Federation. We have a mandate that was given by His Imperial Majesty from 1937 to secure and protect His people in the West who was taken away in slavery. So He prepared for us and gave us a guideline, and gave us a guideline that is a governmental blueprint. We can use that to govern ourselves. Every aspect of our life that we need to deal with, taking care of ourselves. And the Constitution is more concerned about those of us who are oppressed, those of us who are in poverty, those of us who are in need, those of us who are old, who are sick. We look out for the weak ones amongst us. I was talking on the radio last night with Mutal Baruka, and he was trying to say, well, anybody who goes to Africa and buy a piece of land and settle down, that's repatriation, right? Yeah. Yes, it is repatriation in a way, but how many of our people that you know can even buy a ticket to go from here to Africa? Right?
That is migration.
That is migration. It's like if you go to the U.S. and decide that you move into the U.S. and buy a piece of land. So, Muta, you don't argue with Muta on this show because it's his show. But I showed him that the Ethiopian World Federation is more concerned about the masses of the people.
Of course.
Moving the masses of the people, the ones who can't afford to buy an airline ticket, much less to go and buy land and build a house. Okay? But for those who can afford it, and that is what has been going on, the ones who can afford it have been doing that. And he's talking about one helping one, he helps people. That's just one. No, he's talking about moving the family out and leaving Babylon and them burn by themselves. So that's right?
Yeah.
That's right.
So, based on the fact that through the effort of I International Council, we were able to put our foot back in the UN, which is very important because when we go to Ethiopia, when we go into the gate of Zion, we must not be in need, we must not be in want. All those stories are coming back, how people go there and suffering. No, it is not supposed to be like that. We have to go in an organized way. We have to go that when one-on-one enter, the house is there waiting for them. Right? At the same time, we have to have people with businesses who can set up business and commerce so that employment is available for those who are young enough and strong enough to work. Development has to be there and it has to be set. And as we move on, we take it, one step at a time. But the first thing is that we have to provide homes and we have to know how the people are going to live. because then we're going to come down to the same story with Moses. Why did you take us out of Egypt so that we can go suffer? We don't want to hear that cry. So we have to come together. When the United Nations, the American government, the African unity see our numbers, that is why the people have to work with the Ethiopian World Federation. This system works by numbers. How many people you have with you? Only 200? No. 200,000.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Then they have to listen. So, God is in His wisdom and set it for us, Ethiopian World Federation, and everybody must realize that the time is short. We cannot, there have been many different organizations that have come up and tried something, tried. If they had succeeded, we wouldn't be here right now. It would be Ethiopian around us. So we want to really seriously put aside all differences, all egos, and especially think about the elders who've been waiting so long. If nothing else, think about the elders who've been waiting so long. And to go home and we come. Age is catching up on all of us. We want to go there so that we can still enjoy the goodness of the land. You know? So we have to provide. And so that is why we now have to get together and sit down together and talk together and figure out how we're going to do it together. The Ethiopian World Federation is not supposed to do it by ourselves. Okay? We need to work with the mansion, we need to work with the church, we need to work with everyone, all the black people of the world. That organization was set in America. So America cannot turn their back on that organization. America has its power, so we have to take advantage of what they have to offer to us. So that is why Majesty put it in America, because you know what the power that America has even over the US. So it's an American company. So America has to respect it. They can't do anything about it. So have faith and know that the Ethiopian World Federation right now, like the church, like almost every black organization, is going through a split and some changes. But you know what I see this split as? The separation of the wheat from the tares. At some see. Yes, right. Showing, just like in the church, Junior Negus talk about the called priest who is set up, you know, to prevent themselves and put aside the priest them who was there coming down the line from the first church. You understand? So it's just a separation, so we know what. The righteous one must just leave them alone and let them go on, because you cannot stop them. So if I and I was to make, just because there are some people who feel that they want to say that they own this thing and they run this thing, and they know that they're not right, leave them alone, let them search and them own vomit, leave them alone. And you go through, because you know, say you deal with righteousness and do what you have to do to come together. So the question is going to be how we're going to do it together. Give thanks to Sister Kalanji, who the Ethiopian World Federation had appointed as an ambassador of the Federation last year.